Hey everybody. So you might very well hear Fred in the background sleeping. So I'm setting up, taking care of some settings here real quick. How's it going? How's it going? Gosh, I haven't been setting any of my settings lately. Crap. All right. So, hey, crazy mom, Froggy. How you ladies doing? Peanut shell. Okay, let me watch out. Hey, Nikita Marie, Pearl's mom. Fred just woke up. Country girl, hey, blue jeans, Pearls. Hey, everybody. Fred just woke up to me. To me being live, but I knew it was too soon or too early for me to go to sleep, so I figured I would go live, and I'm sending out the notifications. Bandit. Okay, there we go. Laying down but listening. Okay, I could. Hey, Ilva, Kathy, Froggy, Rhonda, Robin. So I didn't ask. I don't know if Fred is watching or not, but he was mentioning. Fred had mentioned a Killer Looks video. He said I should definitely watch. So I'm wondering if it's this one. Guessing it's got to be this one.
Kill him.
So okay, here. Wonder if there's a way to do a switcheroo, like. Do, 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 do. Okay, that would work too. Hey, Ray. So, I guess we're gonna. Fred, are you watching by chance? Is anybody live right now, guys? I didn't even check. There's Fred. Is this the video you're talking about? Huh? Okay. He was asking for help the other day. Not that one, but yeah, I didn't see that one, but I don't think that's the one. We'll just watch this other one here.
I think it's what it's wearing.
Some of his merch.
When the killer is dead, you already know what time it is. Clock in, clock in.
Clock in, clock in.
Early school begins.
Damn, killer.
It's so good.
What's up, everybody? I know I don't like to waste y'all time. I like to just A to B, fast way to get where you go. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. I'm from the Killer List channel. Y'all already know. And for those who didn't know, well,
I think we're gonna watch also probably Shay's Safe Place maybe a little bit. If we get to it, we'll have to see.
Hey, this relative clocking. Summer Wells was a 5-year-old when she was reported missing on June 15, 2021. As more time passes and more disinformation filters in, it's hard to decipher what is and what isn't.
Right.
Killer made a timeline of the first year of Summer's disappearance with a visual calendar that helped us all along the way. On Tuesday, June 15th, Summer Wells was reported missing. On the next day, Wednesday, June 16th, an Amber Alert was issued for Summer. Also, a local Greenville man named Pumpkin Taylor was found in a creek, unalive, face down. On June 17th, while all of Hawkins County and surrounding area emergency crews are in the Ben Hill Beach Creek area
Hey,
on
Judy.
Thursday. Tony Hammond attempts to steal a little boy from the boy's residence on Skyland Drive. Tony flees the area. Lawson releases a statement. Everyone's a suspect on Friday, June 18th.
And like I said yesterday, everything's on the table.
Don speaks of a local media channel for the first time and also speaks and prays in church at the prayer visit for Summer.
Dear Lord God, all respect and love, and we thank you for everything, God. And just pray that you'll please forgive us our sins and help us carry on and let us all give our lives to you, God, in every way. Let me carry my cross from here on out, Lord. We thank you, God, for everything. In the name of Jesus Christ, please watch over Summer. She's been the light of my life for 5 years. I thank you for that, God. In the name of Jesus Christ, we thank you, Father. Amen.
On Saturday, June 19th, Tony Hammonds was arrested after a neighbor witnessed the attempted kidnapping and called that motherfucker in. K-9s and air searches are utilized all day. Right after midnight, they find something. On Sunday, June 20th, footprints was rumored to have been found. You can see helicopters with spotlights, FBI, TBI, the dogs going into the woods, and even statements from property owners confirming the footprint. It's rumored that Andy, the Wells neighbor, went to Knoxville that same weekend. It is true, Andy, that he never went back to the hill for a long, long time after that weekend. On Monday, June 21st, agents follow up on several leads to do with residential surveillance videos and photos from around the area of Summer's home. TBI later confirmed they located and interviewed all vehicles from the footage and no leads turned up, bro. Was that you, Jody? Just 2 weeks later, you went down to Hawkins County to file an order of protection on Andy. But we're going to cross that bridge when we get to it.
No, so okay, I think this has to be the one that Fred was wanting me to watch, because talking about the protection order. Hey, Beck and Lisa. I think that yeah, it is very interesting. I find it very interesting, the timing of it all. Summer, I mean, I should make some kind of timeline like Killer Looks has of all the strange behaviors, of the odd coincidences of those who lived at 125 or live at well, none of them live there now, but very odd. There's the hubs.
On Tuesday, June 22nd, 1 week after Summer was reported missing, Sheriff Ronnie Lawson tells the public desperately needs landowners to check their own property. On Wednesday, June 23rd, Trevor Lee offers $2,000 for any information leading to a safe return of Little Summer. The next day, on Thursday, June 24th, TBI said this case is out of the norm. When asked if they thought Summer was alive or not, on Friday, June 25th, TBI requested the help of the Urban Search and Rescue Team of the Metro Nashville Police Department. The next day, June 26th, TBI issued a statement requesting the driver of a maroon or red Toyota Tacoma, 1998-2000 model, with a ladder rack and 2 white buckets in the back. A person who was driving in the area because of their work said they saw the vehicle in the Beach Creek and Bean Hill area on June 14th or June 15th. And it's believed the driver of this truck could be witness to whatever happened to Summer. On Sunday, June 27th, June 27th, June 27th. DJ Scrooge, bro. Church Hill Rescue Squad announced it will be scaling back their search. On Monday, June 28th, TBI said even though they scaled back the search, the investigation is still ongoing. The reward fund was finalized the next day on Tuesday, June 29th. In July, about a month later after Summer was reported missing, authorities asked for residents of Beach Creek community to recheck their camera on their property. The boys were taken into DCS custody in July, and Church Hill Rescue announced it would no longer be leading the investigation. They were turning it over to Hawkins County. Neighboring longtime couple, Andy and Jody Sue, break up around this time, although as Killer previous mentioned. So we gonna go metal on y'all. That's when like you break the script and I come and tell y'all, if not the parents, That Andy motherfucker, he did some weird shit. Back to the program. Oh, the killer previous mission.
What? So what's he saying there? He said something about if it's not the parents that Andy's into some weird shit or something like that. Is that what he's saying? That's what it sounded like he said. Hold on.
That Andy motherfucker.
The Andy motherfucker.
He did some weird shit.
He did some weird shit.
Back to the program.
Back to the program.
Auto killer previous mission. It is rumored Andy left for Knoxville the weekend after summer. Was reported missing.
No.
It did not return.
So,
Until Jody was off the property.
You said,
Auto killer doesn't believe everything he hears. These are some of the things killer questions about that situation. In early August, about 6 weeks after someone was reported missing, Jody Sue filed for an order of protection against Andy. 2 weeks later, our oldest son filed. We do that fool on y'all again under a misspelled name. None but the weirdness for Andy. For the same order of protection against his dad. We
Another way
in
for his
September of 2021. The reward fund
and his
surpassed
name,
40.
and his name, Damon. Yeah, it said Damon. Because why does it seem like their kids' names are different? Different places you look. The law enforcement gave access to cameras after some witnesses are able to check periodically. Oh, you were saying about how neighbors had given access to their cameras for law enforcement to look.
Thousand. And the Wells posted no trespassing signs all over their fucking property.
All over their fucking property.
And his mom and dad sold their Field Road property that Jody and Andy used to once live on many years ago. In October,
There's that name, that chimney top, whatever. Revocable trust. Yeah, chimney top revocable trust. So
went on the news and said he was upset. The reward fund had an expiration date. Fucking done. The same day, Churchill Rescue Squad extended the reward for another year. Later in the month, Don was arrested for his DUI. Days later in November, while in court for his DUI, Don is arrested for probation violation. Being released days later on bond. Jody released the Scream information on the news, and Don and Candace then went on Dr. Phil, the TV show. A gag order, because he got a podcast and shit now. A gag order was also released this month for the DCS case with Don and Candace's son. This was also the month Don spoke about seeing kids being sold in bad places with his own eyes in his past. He also speaks about how Kitty I think he sold his daughter. So they followed him to Knoxville. He bought $2,000 worth of drugs. And he said he gave that shit away like Santa Claus.
No, that was a real weird thing to do.
December of 2021. A second search took place. The search focused on previous search areas, specifically the same area of Fields Road that Andy's parents sold about 6 weeks prior to the search at Dry Monkey Inn. Not sponsored by Monster.
Not sponsored by Monster.
Paid for my own money. YouTubers was named for trespassing on the Wells property in December as well. And Don Wells also made another trip to Knoxville around Christmas. A sex worker later claimed to have left Knoxville with Don and went to stay the night at a house. It was once one of Don's jobs, that mentality. While doing many drugs, she thought Don was going to save her from her pimp. Only to have been fooled by Don, later dropped back off to the pimp when he was done with her. Other witnesses corroborate this account. The following month, the new year, January of 2022. Let's go. Protesters showed up to the
Now,
job
he didn't drop her. Now, according to the story that seems like everyone associated with Don has ties to Knoxville, right? What the lady told me is that he dropped her off, like, they stopped at some house for, I guess, I don't know, he did say, or she did say something about stopping at a house that Dawn had been working on, but I believe it was, what's the name of the town? It starts with, is it a B? No. Yeah, Bluntsville, or something like that. I believe that's the city she was claimed to be dropped off in. He didn't take her back to the pimp, is the thing. Like, and so was he afraid? Yeah, he didn't take her back. According to that woman, he didn't take her back. So I don't know how he got out of that one, or you would think that they would have gave him, he would have been worried about what Playboy was going to do the next time he came out there for some drugs.
Of Candace and Don Wells. The same protesters also went to the Wells Church in Kingsport, where they were reprimanded for filming a child in church. The next month, in February, it was someone's 6th birthday. A vigil was held. Days later, Don turned himself in for his previous DUI and our probation violation charge. It was at this time that he gave his phone to Tim Mullins to transfer all the phone data to a hard drive. Tim was instructed, or Tim offered, to wipe the phone clean before giving it to Candace, to which he did, and he later delivered her the phone in a plastic bag. In March of 2022, the third search, bruh, like even stronger than Arthur's Raid. The third search of Field Road took place in the same area as the previous search. Just weeks later, after the second search, Lawson stated that the Wells were not cooperating and had lawyered the fuck up. In April, the lead detective on the case, John Pruitt, spoke for the very first time. The district attorney general also spoke about the case and how he was surprised no criminal charges have been filed yet. In May, a little less than a year since Summer was reported missing, we fucking hear that Jose, a family friend of both Kenneth Wells and Andrew Hill, will pass it away. Their other friend, Allie, would go on to pass away as well about a year and a half later. In June of 2022, Summer's Day is commenced with multiple large-ass vigils, bringing awareness to her case.
All these people passing away is unreal. I mean, I don't even, it's scary when you think about it. I don't know if it's just the hyper focus that we have on that area and certain locals, like, and the fact too that it's been 3 years since she's passed. So over time, you know, obviously the more time that passes, the more people that are also going to pass over time. But it's only been a few years, and it seems like like a big chunk of the people surrounding the case or that have came up in this case have passed away. It's very odd. It used to really worry me for Fred. I mean, it still kind of does, even though he's up here, but it's creepy shit.
I can't look at every case, but I do look at every case. So I'm always running. But there's cases that just make me pump my brakes. I just want to jump into them, and I don't even know if it's trying to help. I'm just in my little corner looking at everything and trying to process it. So what I'm trying to say, breaking the script, dude, where there's smoke, there's fire. So for no movement and people be protected, no smoke,
What happened?
no fire, when there really is, it means it was covered up by something higher. We on the third year of Summer being reported missing, and TBI recently updated it. It said focus, now listen, they said focus on ground searches in the area. Focus on interviewing people who may have any information about vehicles that have traveled through the area that day. And technology, motherfuckers, that could have been used to produce an investigative lead. Based on the first year, what the hell that look like to y'all? Let children know your thoughts in the comments below. I love y'all. I see y'all in the next one time. Y'all stay clocking.
So, who was earlier? We were talking about the radio thing. Who was it you were mentioning with that? I'm talking to Fred, guys. He's
Andy's grandfather lived at 125. But as when Andy was smaller, though.
Yeah, obviously way before even.
Yeah, he worked on a lot of radios and frequencies and stuff through CB radios and stuff a lot.
That's interesting because to find out, because Killer Looks had put on video a few days ago something about the overbays having working some type, doing some kind of work on radio frequency, something to do with radio. I don't understand all that shit. But Fred was telling me how Andy's grandfather,
yeah. Pascal Smith.
Pascal.
Most people know him as Jake.
Most people called him Jake, but his real name was Pascal. He worked on radio frequencies or something to do with it. Of course, like I said, this way before Summer went missing, but
yeah, it's been 30 years ago.
That's just weird because we were talking about the radio and how that laugh came over the radio, and Fred was doing the recording on the 15th, 16th, and 17th, and I just thought it was weird because it doesn't seem like to have two people back in that area that do in that line of work. It doesn't seem like a very.
I mean, Jake's been dead for 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that the video you were talking about? That.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Shay had.
I mean, it is scary about the people passing away in the caves and stuff. I mean, you got a bunch of them, really. Makes you wonder who's next.
I sent you a picture in Messenger. Do you recognize that? Yeah, it does make you think who's next. That's that Blue Solo guy that's always going around. Have you seen him, Blue Solo?
He does look familiar, but he may come to me later or something. But he looks familiar. Yeah.
He looks familiar. I'd have to find a better picture. The person that sent that to me, if you can find a better picture of him, that picture is like blurry and he looks like he has like a ponytail or something. I've seen the guy before and it's just, I never thought to ask Fred if
he does look familiar, but I can't place where.
He's on Crystal's panel right now. Are you serious? Wait, hold on. Crystal, Crime Time? Nuh-uh. Like,
he doesn't know Jackie Dobbs, but he's also curious about Jackie Dobbs.
He is on here. Hold on. Let me, yeah, right here. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe if you hear his voice.
Dave, you probably, I don't know, Dave did a lot of pot and cocaine, and stuff. But where they buried Carol, my oldest sister, Carol?
I don't, honey.
Morrison Cemetery, right across the street from the wells.
He talks to us like a
When did she pass away?
Back in May.
That's the way most of Bernard's talk.
This last May. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, she was a good person, but
he has a sister named
Carol.
Yes.
Dave died like 2006.
It's hard when you lose your family.
But
I
anyway,
mean, I know you're enjoying talking, but I really do got to get off of here because it's late, and I promised my daughter I'd carve pumpkins with her.
okie dokie, I'll let you go, ma'am.
Okie dokie.
Thank you so much.
That's
for
what he
talking
likes to
me.
say all the time.
Yeah, and I'll come on tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow, what I want to go over, let me show you guys real quick.
Muley Bernard, Dale Bernard, which Dale Bernard owns Rooten septic tank service in that area. That pumps everybody's septics and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of the other Bernard.
He tried to say that he has some kind of like. He told me that he has some kind of like construction business or home improvement. Do you guys remember what he was supposed to like? Some kind of construction type business. Let's see.
When he was speaking, he speaks a lot like the Bernards.
Really. He shows his face, so he must not. My guess, there's not much. I guess, well, there's several that show their face, and they've.
I don't know how the Muley Bernard and them would be related to Andy and them, but I'm sure they are in some way.
So let's see. Maybe we could.
Good evening, everybody. Didn't give anybody much of a notice.
This is Shay's safe place.
Van. A 4-door.
Oh, that's funny. Reviewing a review. Reviewing a review because she's playing me.
See, David Bays worked for Dale Bernard that run the road and septic tank service.
David Bays worked for who, Bernard?
Dale Bernard.
Dale Bernard.
That own road and septic tank.
That own road and septic tank.
Yeah, where they pump septics and stuff.
Yeah.
For a long time. And then you tried to make and sell them a bunch of dope at one point. Stop them in the middle of the road, cause a big scene.
Who did that?
Andy.
He stopped in the middle of the road.
Yeah, stopped them trying to sell them a bunch of dope. That's been several years. That's probably been 10 years ago or something. And Josh Stedman.
Yeah.
Andy and Josh Stedman. See, Josh Stedman, the one that is on JLR's video.
Yeah.
Stedman, his son was Andy's best friend. They were running dope together.
Oh, well, no wonder he didn't have anything bad to say about Andy then. If his son's Andy's best friend, one of his good friends.
See, he reason he got mad at me and stuff too was over his son got caught with the shipment of dope.
Why would he be mad at you about his son getting caught?
Because I paid for it.
Well, you know.
His sons wouldn't come to me and ask me if I
You.
and back him on something.
It's a risk you take when you're in that lifestyle. I mean, when you were.
He was one fell asleep at the wheel sitting at a red light. What got him caught? But the boy that went to Atlanta with him, where did I always go to pick it up? It's Atlanta.
Oh, really? Yeah, I bet that is a big.
Where 90% of them goes in that area is Atlanta.
I bet. So it looks like she's watching this.
But Knoxville, the people out of Knoxville, they get a lot of theirs out of Atlanta and Detroit. That's the two connections that hits Knoxville.
Atlanta and Detroit, is that what you said?
Huh?
Atlanta and what was the other one?
Detroit.
Yeah.
Or
No.
you
I don't
know,
think
he
so.
just told the location. I do
Now
believe
remember,
that
this is
they
her
took
theory, though.
Summer.
I just wanted to show you these
Um,
pictures.
I'm not sure of that. It could have been someone else from the ring, but I do believe there's a lot of sick stuff going on here, and that is what's happened to this little. I don't know,
Tattoos on the kid.
but it don't look good. to
Yeah,
me.
that girl, that one. Yes. That's the one I was talking about who I don't know where she got this. Oh, yes. This is what. That's that redheaded girl, I think that. Oh, yeah, this is David Britt, isn't it? Isn't that Britt? Come here.
As
Isn't
a
that
lot of
Britt?
people
Or who
coming
is this?
down here from New York,
Allison was from New York,
and
if
you
y'all
have
remember.
these children in their
that?
picture.
But it's on his Facebook, I believe, because I think that's what she's showing right now. Because I believe
Posted the other day
I wish she had
of all the alarming
the name
pictures of the
unmarked.
children.
Danny Powell in the way.
This was his.
looks like
and
Andy
this is
Paul.
him.
I mean,
Okay, this
Guy
guy
from New
I
York.
found out has a criminal background. None of those
Mr.
kids were
Cat.
his. He did say stuff like that. I think the little boy was, but he said the little girls were his, but they weren't. You know, just kind of a cover up. He is a part of this ring that's going on.
let's see, they talked about
When he moved
him
here,
and Vaughn
the only
running
person he knew
cocaine
was
together
Allison.
from Florida to North Carolina and South Carolina years ago. When
Wait, David Britt did?
Mhm.
Said that him and Don used to run dope together?
Yeah, years ago.
Cocaine?
Back from Florida to North Carolina and South Carolina.
Wow. All these people just drunk.
He
Um,
bragged about too much, so good when we talked about it.
Heard Blue Solo say he was from down on Long Island. What's Long Island?
Long Island is where the Eastman is now. Eastman Chemical Company.
Where Eastman is.
Yes. It used to be Long Island and they just kept expanding. The Eastman took over Long Island. See, that's where a lot of people come from, like down in the creek and stuff, is from Long Island and stuff. And once they started building the Eastman bigger and bigger, they kept buying them out, and a lot of them moved down in there because that's where some of my grandparents on my mom's side and stuff was from, you know. It was a big dope place back in the day.
Larry Ann says he's heading over here. I guess Blue Solo Cup's heading over here. Oh, that's. What was it? What was a big
Long Island used to be nothing but just dope, honestly. Dope and prostitutes and stuff
Huh.
back in the day.
Who's this guy in the picture? I could have sworn this was
But
David
now
Britt.
now the
that-
Eastman owns all of that, where Long Island was.
Yes.
Being said,
Hold on.
that
Let's.
goes
I'm
to
gonna
show
show you
you
this is.
that Allison has a lot of people coming down here from New York,
Mhm.
Allison was from New York,
and
if y'all
have
remember.
these children in their pictures.
Okay, so this is on Allie's
This is
Facebook.
Allison's post about her daughter going missing. That's another thing that was talked about, and I heard, I'm not too sure, but it's
Here, Allie, September 6, 2018 says, please God, let me find my baby girl. True, I believe is what it says behind that. She is missing again.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an account that many people think is Prayer Garden that was interacting, like that Sissy Bible account, interacting with this Alley account before Summer even went missing.
Just like Dawn said, they just got her back right before she got this son.
Yeah, I think a lot
But
of
he
people.
was stating earlier, well, that was a review of the review that Shay was doing earlier. Him saying that he was just high and drunk and didn't really mean to say that.
Oh yeah, everything's just a joke to him.
But from a data that I got out in Oxford, she was, I mean, if that boy is correct with everything, she was just supposed to be in help for collateral then, you know.
Yeah, that she was supposed to go back.
Yeah.
That's probably what I always kind of
She
wondered
was supposed
if
to be help for collateral.
if that was what early
just supposed to
on.
get
I
paid
always
with
kind of
temporary.
wondered if that's why. I always kind of wondered if they thought that they were gonna get Summer back. I kind of felt like Candace. Maybe that's what Dawn had Candace convinced. Well, that's what I feel like. I don't know why. Maybe because I mean her demeanor, and I just wondered if he had her convinced that they would get Summer would get.
From my understanding, that's the way it was supposed to happen. I mean, with what that boy in Oxford
Yeah,
talked
because
about, he talked like that she was just supposed to went temporarily to stay with them until
the debt's
was
paid
got
off, which is
paid.
gross,
And
but
then they called her in missing and stuff, and it changed everything. My understanding of what I think.
yeah, what that guy was trying to say, anyways. Hey, Moonshine.
Video, this lady is like, she's on top of evidence. She don't just say things based off whatever. You know, I think she makes sure she has actual evidence and proof of what she's saying.
She was talking, Allie, on this post here, one of her daughters, True, I think it was True, that was running away at the time. That's who Allie's referring to here. You can look at the date.
Mm-hmm.
He was 2018.
Like the boy he was mentioning too.
But she was having trouble out.
I just wonder if that was one they call monkeys or whatever.
Who? Wait.
Out in Knoxville. When that boy was talking about a boy being there named Jonathan Tate.
Uh-huh.
I just wonder if it was the monkey or Vaughn boy. I don't know. That's always been in my head ever since when he said that. Said that boy.
Oh, Michael Vaughn,
Yeah.
the one they called. Yeah.
That's who. I don't know. It just keeps playing in my head. I wonder if it was him he was talking about.
Now let's see. Where was it that? Michael Vaughn went missing. No, Fred doesn't know who that guy is or who Blue Solo Cup is. He said he looks kind of familiar, and I'm gonna show him maybe later. I'm gonna see if I can find some other better, clearer video of him, but.
It seemed like I've seen him around somewhere, but pardon me, I just trying to think.
Her oldest daughter.
I've seen him somewhere.
Yeah.
But,
There's Luminous.
What I'm interested
she
in.
said that Allison's daughter went missing for 2 years one time. So clarify that a little. This is to show y'all how she's always just everywhere.
New York, Kingsburg.
And that about the necklace, you guys, and that ice.
Allegedly.
It is not a crystal. If Allison had a crystal that big, she'd be living in a dang mansion, okay? That's not a crystal. And if you know anything about drug cartel, drug trafficking, whatever, then you know that they wrap their drugs in gold.
It's that missing but not forgotten girl that used to be
Oh.
on here a long time ago in Summer's case.
I was gonna say they wrap their drugs in gold. Okay. Missing but not forgotten. Yeah, that was she was an interesting one for sure. I wonder what she goes by these days.
And but this is off of Ziggy's video because that lady's not on YouTube anymore. I think she got shut down. She was interesting to say the least. But what I'm more interested in is what Ziggy's showing us on this video that she's got on her early live stream of Allie's Facebook. We're going to go through it just a minute. And then
Gold
we'll
necklaces at that. And put it in little black bags like it's in. See that black around it? And another thing, if this was a crystal that Allison had, why would she not hold it up, and take a picture or lay it out? Why is it just zoomed in on that crystal? Come on now. Here.
That's Sherry.
There's that girl again.
This little girl, her hair's been dyed.
This is Allie's kid when she was little.
That's Allie's kid. Oh my god.
The redheaded one.
I don't know if that's tattoos.
It's not the one I want to show you, though.
I don't know.
It is interesting but strange, yeah.
I don't know.
Tattoos on the kid.
But it don't look good to me. And this one really don't look good to me. And that kind of looks like she might have pooped right there. And that's why she scooted over a little. I don't know. Lord, it's so sad. This was on his page.
That guy's page, whoever this guy is from New York.
This was on his, and look at this little girl's hair.
What?
It had color in it, and it shaved on one side like Summer's was at first.
Oh yeah,
These are from Allie's.
This little girl in the middle right here is Allison's daughter. This picture was on that man's Facebook. Hard day of playing house.
Yeah.
That was on his Facebook. Who sleeps in their glasses?
Little
That was on
kids when they fall asleep.
These pictures of these children in the hospital. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, it's creepy.
There's them gangs from New York.
I'm trying to figure out who this man is. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, he looks familiar. He looks familiar there for
what I found out.
I want to see the redhead girl.
Like it was
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, she's about to show the redhead girl. But it's completely.
These are older pictures from 2018, 2019, 2020.
These are a bunch
I've just now found them because seemed like they were a bunch of them. The New York pictures were erased. You know what I mean? Disappeared. I just now found them again.
If I could, unblurred her face, you would see. I was in shock. But her hair is shaved on one side like Summer's
They nature lover.
These kids' hair, same exact way.
There's a lot of kids. Yeah, right here, that girl
in the hospital.
Yeah, she is. I'm just there's just one in particular. Always bothered me.
These kids were not smiling.
I remember this picture.
This little boy, I believe, is his, but that's the only one. Dyed hair.
I'm not
Got
worried
on
about the
one
dyed hair.
side. And look at their hand jaw. It's like they were told to stand that way. It's weird.
Good. I'm glad they were.
No,
But I don't know what ever happened about
I
it.
thought that was the
Attorney.
picture, but
Dyed hair.
Now remember, the rescue group. So remember when the rescue group from Georgia and the private investigators that made an attempt to take Hunter to New York? Yeah. No, that didn't work out too well for him, did it?
To the Wells home. To
And let me go to my chat just a minute. Let me see who all's in here. Hit that like button up for me, guys. Let's see who all's in here. I see you, and I see Nature Lover Brianna's World. Find it. This is it's from Benny, but he's got an interesting panel on here. While it's loading, he's got a very interesting panel on here. I thought it was
for yourself.
what
Allowing people to
hang
know
on
the
just a
truth,
minute.
Donald. I mean, that's what you need to do, and
I need to remind you.
I absolutely
Wait till it loads.
admire you for that.
Well, I appreciate you guys for allowing me to do it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Penny, I know you had
Hold on
a
just a
few
second.
more inquiries. Feel free to fire away, love.
it's shaking.
Okay,
It
thank
cannot
you.
help.
Now,
So
I'm going to have to enlarge this.
Listen to kids standing at the back of a white van.
Okay, let me see if I can get on full screen here. Well, I got on
I
little
don't
screen.
know.
There we go.
Man, they was standing behind
Let me try to rewind it here a little bit.
this.
All right.
On a white van. Like an older van.
Now, this is an interview with Don. I'm trying to get to where he comes on. Now, he's going to be kind of good here, but it's interesting to see who all's on panel. And I think that makes for really interesting conversations. And I'll check out the dates for y'all.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it play. Let me see what it does.
So tell me, Don.
Yes, sir. Oh, you're good.
Did you know about Dudley's dad's background? At what point did you become aware of it?
Just recently, through through YouTubers and people
Dudley's
looking into it. just
Dudley's
recently.
dad's background.
Yeah. So it's not something that's like widely known, like that they talk about.
I didn't know
hollers
about
and
Dudley's
stuff,
background.
right?
Hang on
No.
just a minute. What was this about Dudley's background? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking I might have, Gene. Is the big Sonya.
Few people
Who's-
to
Man, we're
fill
sorry about
into
your mom.
the chat here. I hope everyone is doing well this evening.
Accused him. And he denied. He wasn't into that stuff. He couldn't stand to be around that stuff. And what's he do? Gets caught with it. Comes to find out he's got a criminal history, that stuff. He went to jail for it. So Don was right. Even if Don was shady.
What was that?
I said, if anybody wants to see Don running off, the one thing they got to do is mix some coke around him. He'll be there within an hour.
Yeah, I know. That's what somebody should do. You can't even mention cocaine around Don without him having to go purchase it. So Fred was saying if you want to see him go take off in the Knoxville, just all you have to do is mention cocaine.
He'll bring their bank account here from whatever they got. That's what?
That's what
Yeah.
Candace said.
Candace said.
He was telling the truth when he said, Dudley was shady. Dudley dressed up nice, but that was it. Dudley's shady. That'd be interesting to hear this.
Miss Prayer Garden, if you can go ahead and grab.
And guess who's in this live too? Prayer Garden. So it'll definitely be interesting. You got Benny, Prayer Garden, and Dawn.
That.
It was a very informative live stream. Everybody's trying to behave themselves. We got 3 of them here, Benny and Prayer and Dawn, who we all know. All 3 of them can go off at any minute.
I know. We're kind of wishing. Fred was just saying he wished that we had stopped at the little girl's grandfather, who Dawn, that little girl that he tried to pretend he was saving. She was a Simpson, or she is a Simpson, and yeah.
His story is totally different than Dawn's story.
Yeah, I wish we would have talked to him.
Because he was reported to LA, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
He called police?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's when Dawn said since they wanted to say something to him for supposedly trying to save that little girl or whatever, then many kids in that area is going to start turning up missing. Exactly worked out Dawn's mouth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dawn, so since they wanted to turn around like he was doing something bad, now.
Yeah, that's what he thought. But he was already had bad intentions, in my opinion. Almost makes me wonder if he wasn't trying to find another child to replace her with out of Knoxville to get his back. You know what I mean?
Right? That's crazy. I didn't even think of that. If he was trying to get another girl to replace Summer, to get Summer back or something, then what would he say if he just ended up with Summer back? You know what I mean? That'd be crazy. I wonder how he would. I don't know. I really hope that we will get answers. It just drives me crazy.
It drives me the other's crazy.
I know. That is for sure. See, I probably should fast forward through this part because this is the part I was listening to. Let's see here.
So far, so let's see what happens.
In the topic this evening, and by popular demand, Mr. Wells asked for her to be present. So we also will have Miss Penny. From,
Mr. Wells asked for her to be present. I wonder if Dawn's ever gonna admit him and PG's little love affair.
Was he ever involved in any stealing of tools or any of that kind of stuff, or was he okay with that?
I have no idea, you know, anything that he's ever been charged with or anything. I think somebody has looked up his record at one point, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Corey Hammonds. Hey, Fred. Pam, if you don't care, I'll wait till after I get off of here to look into it, because if I go into it now, I'm afraid I'll screw up my wife and can't get back. I mean, it's just, oh my God, I have trouble with that sometimes, with going to different apps and all that stuff. So I will look at it, though. About Dudley's dad, I hadn't even paid any attention,
Yeah.
but I'd be damned.
Well,
like you rode together.
At least she had said something about she had know Dudley's dad's like background, but I don't think it really matters. Dudley's dad's background. I know he has some crazy shit went down in Churchill. I know that. Kidnapping?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, kidnapping charges.
Well, that would be relevant then, obviously. Yeah, but I still don't think that Dudley's
I mean, that's
involved.
what
I
they're
don't.
trying to say.
Yeah, we rode together because we
I
had a
see.
long distance to travel, and I don't know. Like I said, at first he was okay, and then he just started. Have you ever tried to argue with a meth head? I mean,
Yes.
Not for long.
Yeah.
I'm
you're
run
not
them
going to
off.
get nowhere. You can't reason.
True.
That's the only way I can explain it. He
He
just
said
started.
he said you
What was that?
Just like Don wants to refer as meth heads or meth, find her in a meth house or whatever, He don't never once say anything about cocaine, or crack.
Right, he doesn't say crackhead or anything like that. He said he wants to say meth head or this meth head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I think it's normal though with people on addiction, like they always view the other substances as not as bad as or as worse than the one they're on.
Well, I mean, it just like he's throwing the picture at a different angle, like trying to get the side off of a different ring,
Oh.
like he's trying to get it off of the coke ring off on the meth ring.
Oh,
That's
you
what
mean
I-
focus on people on
Yeah,
people who use meth because it has nothing to do with meth?
yeah, that's my opinion.
That would make sense. Hey, Annie, Southpaw. Came across a ghost story about Hawkins County for Halloween. Oh no, where'd you come across that? Yeah, like one's better than the other that's just addict thinking.
A drug is a drug. You don't matter what you do.
Yeah, I mean, because all of them have the potential of ruining your life. Anything that takes over your life, like they can, if it ruins your life, I mean, they're just equal. Let's say there's one man, if there's one man that had his life was ruined by alcohol, and then another man whose life was ruined by cocaine, I mean, which one's worse? Like, really, they both were fatal to both, even though, so it just depends on the person. People react differently to different substances. Like I didn't ever understand how people like alcohol. Now, I mean, I did drink, I would binge drink as far as like partying and stuff like that back in the day. But I didn't understand like the drinking, get up and drink like to get rid of a hangover or something. Oh my gosh. I never could understand that.
You would call him out to a job that was all you finished the night before and just have him sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Here again, why would I hire somebody and give them 50% just so that I could fire him and get some kind of joy out? I mean, why would I do that?
That sounds
hired
stupid.
him in
Why
the
would he
hopes
do
that
that?
he would work out because I wanted to do big custom homes. I wanted somebody I could depend on every day.
Exactly. If he's making money, you're making money.
Right. Exactly. It could have been a really good partnership, but he chose some other direction. And I'm not trying to tell you that I'm some kind of angel. I've had my drug problems in the past. I've had my drug problems recently that
Did you go 90 miles an hour and try to lose him?
I don't know.
He said that you would drive 90 miles an hour because you knew he didn't know where the job site was. So you would drive really fast and try to lose him so he couldn't get there.
I think I did do that towards the end. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then he called and got the address or something. Yeah, I did. You know, but anyway, I ended up having to fire him.
Was there any other time?
Well, just like he would, how about when he would write all over the walls and then blame it on Dudley? He's just petty like that. Just a snake type person, sneaky snake.
I'm sorry, you weren't finished.
No. You know, if he wouldn't have been such a dipshit, and I truly believe he was on meth. I mean, I don't know that, I can't prove that, but that's what I believe.
Well, I believe it too, Don, because he got caught for it. Do you all think? Now, Dudley got paid for that interview, by the way, that he did with Heels on the Ground. They paid him for this interview.
Yeah.
But he had just gotten fired. You know, it was a few months after Summer went missing. He had just got fired right before. Do you think that he told all that as a revenge thing, or, or what? That's something we don't know. But later on, when they were on a live together, boy, you could really see the anger come out of Dudley to Dawn. So yeah, from that. Well, I'd already took Dudley with a grain of salt. So did he tell all those things just for meanness? We just don't know. I'm going to go over that interview too sometime. I ain't got it with me.
Have we had any? I'm trying to think. Have we had anything that's proven like straight up that Dudley straight up lied intentionally? Do we have anything? Does anybody know of any instances of that where he intentionally lied? Did he deny being on drugs? But a lot of people, though, deny about being on drugs. I don't know if you can use that as when somebody's in active addiction. I don't know, though. Yes, yeah, he has a small white truck. Says something off. He said, yeah, he has that white, yeah, like Avery says, yeah, and he has that white truck. Yeah, his white truck. You know what his white truck? Yeah, it's a small truck. I remember it being kind of small, but now I'm gonna. But I don't think that we can judge Dudley. I don't think it's about the drug thing because I don't remember if anybody ever asked him if he was if he ever denied being on drugs. But I'm trying to think of any information that Dudley gave that that was proven to be a lie. I do remember when Dudley got arrested for the meth, and people were like, "Oh, Don told the truth. Don told the truth," but I didn't think that meant anything. Don told the truth about one thing, that Dudley did meth, so that suddenly suddenly Don's just a truth teller after that. A Sonoma. Dudley didn't deny his drug addiction because on one of his interviews he started to say that he was effed up. Oh, did he really? Are they still looking for a red or maroon truck? That's a good question, Southpaw. I am curious about that as well. There's lots I'm curious about this case. That we're still asking the same questions we were 3 years ago. I don't think that the red truck is really relevant at this point, but I don't know. I'm not law enforcement, so I can't say. Because it's weird, nobody else has said anything about a red truck, seeing one on the road. All the YouTubers that spoke to people and locals there, nobody said anything about it was Jody Sue's mom's truck. We know whose red truck it was. It's Jody Sue's mom's truck. I bet it. I guarantee it probably was. He thinks that's Jody Sue's mom's truck, Southpaw. That's immediately when I interviewed Fred at the first time. Fred was the one that put out Andy's or Jody Sue's mom truck. I think it was. I don't know if Fred was the first one to say that. I remember being shocked when he said that in a way, but at the same time, I can't remember if it was the first time hearing it. It's been so long ago. There's a few people that he can think of that had red trucks, like speaking of the overbays, I think that he's thinking that one that JLR had on, that overbay that he had on his channel, he said he thinks he has a red truck. I believe in his interview with Molly Golightly and that crew, Dudley did in fact deny his drug use, and his wife co-signed for him as well. Oh, really? I don't know why Robin would have X'd out the red truck. I don't know. Nobody's ever had a chance to really ask her. Maybe somebody who talks to her. Why doesn't somebody message her and ask her? Didn't she say something to did Cher ask her why she did that? Oh look, there's Blue Solo Cup.
JC's mom had the red Tacoma extended cab that supposedly had a ladder rack at one time. John Smith had a single cab red Tacoma or maroon Tacoma. Never had no ladder rack, but the Overbay had a single cab maroon Tacoma with a black ladder rack on it.
Yeah.
Then Rolly Crawford had a maroon
Roy
extended
Lee
cab.
Crawford.
Yeah. Maroon Tacoma, but it never had no ladder rack or nothing, and it hadn't run for years. That was the only ones I knew of in the area. But almost a year before Summer went missing, Don supposedly had a red Tacoma, but I don't know if it had a ladder rack or whatever. That's when he got mad at Candace for selling, sold it and the boys' motorcycles when he was going
To
to Utah working. That's when all that happened was
Candace sold the boys motorcycles.
Mm-hmm. And Don's motorcycle and the boys'
And
motorcycle
the Don's-
and Don and Toyota truck. I don't know if it was a Tacoma or what. It was almost a year before someone went missing.
You're good. Hey, no, you're not blocked, Blue Solo, but I am gonna go here in a second. So yeah, I'm not gonna like add anybody right now. It is ridiculous. Southpaw, I mean I keep hoping, keep thinking, oh well, I'm sure that they know what they're doing. I'm sure that they're doing everything that they can, or I'm sure that they have some kind of game plan or method here of operation, but I've said after so many days and weeks and months pass and then years, it's pretty discouraging. There's a video of Dawn driving a small red truck. Yep. Tim Mullen had a maroon truck. Video Dawn. Yeah. I wanted to apologize.
Didn't David Dotson or somebody have one too or something?
David Dotson.
Not David, but I can't think of his name. One associated with David from the church. Robin.
Oh, Robin
Yeah.
having a red truck.
Yeah, they had a
Supposedly her husband or something.
Tacoma at one time.
Yeah. Dudley admitted he was on drugs the day Cher interviewed him. Huh. He actually admitted it that day, the day of. I'm trying to think which interview that was. Did they end up breaking up, him and his wife? They did, didn't they? I don't know what made me think of that, but I'm talking about Dudley and his wife.
That's what Don had stated. When I was listening to Shays earlier, said that Dudley was blaming him for him and his wife and stuff breaking up and moving with the kids, leaving with the kids.
Huh. Well, that's one person I had never talked to. But honestly, I didn't see any real reason to really talk to him because I didn't really ever feel like he was involved. But maybe we'll hear something from Sean Williams. That would be interesting if something came out through about Summer through the Sean Williams case. Due to Dudley sneaking around doing drugs and she found out. To me, he seems like the type that would get extremely paranoid on drugs, on meth. I could just tell with my experiences. You busted me playing Pokemon while live. He's like, oh man. Ah, my Pokeball went all the way off the screen. Don said Summer will never be found. He did say something like that. Hey, Live Thankful. Oh man. Let's see. What grades? What? Blue Solo Cup? Have you porn bombed people before? That's what somebody's saying. You couldn't do something like that, could you? Not innocent Blue Solo Cup. He used to go on Ernie's panel. Okay, Tams, I think I got it. I think yours is the one that said something that I saw just come up that says something about, yeah. I didn't know if you want me to say it out loud, but. All right, guys, I'm going to go for now. We're going to go more over this stuff tomorrow, probably. Wait, is Pergar not live tonight, Blue Solo? Everybody, have a good night. Happy Halloweeny, by the way. Maybe I'll have to, I might have to try to get some candy to hand out to trick-or-treaters. I don't have anything to dress up in, though. Oh, good night to you too, 120. And hopefully I'm one of the first to tell you happy Halloweeny. Because it is now officially Halloweeny. And Eastern and Central time zones. So be safe if you're taking the kiddos or grandkids out Halloweening. I was thinking about going live, and I mean, I wouldn't show any of the kids or anything, but I was thinking about getting some candy and going live and handing out candy. Pennywise. All right, guys. Good night. I'll talk.